I'm a global runner and I'm trying to get under 2:30 in the marathon aged 51. In this episode we do a tour of graffiti.
Okay, that might look like GR, but I definitely didn't tag this.
An absolute monsoon hits Calgary. And we get snow in the mountains in late June. And exercise of the week returns. So my full training week is on the screen now. And you can see that the purpose of this week was just to lift things up a little bit, increase the mileage just a little bit. I had quite a bit of work this week and quite a bit of travel, so I split things up into lots of doubles. And in the morning, I would just do a short 20 minutes, so maybe 3 miles or 5K, just to get the legs moving and just to increase the mileage a little bit. I think when you're increasing the mileage, doing doubles is quite a good way of achieving what you want to achieve. So you'll see that on Friday, I did 60 minutes with a bit of a push, just trying to get the legs going again. And we'll see that in a minute. But I really enjoyed that. I felt like it woke the muscles up a bit. And the big session, which you've already seen, which I really enjoyed, was 8 200s on the track. And I was really pleased with the speed there. So next week, I'm going to try, I think, and do an all-out 400 and see how that goes. And maybe even start working towards an all-out 800 and then an all-out mile. But the purpose of the training at this point is just to start picking up the mileage, add a little bit of speed and see where we end up. So now let's look at exercise of the week and then we'll look at those runs in a bit more detail. Okay, so exercise of the week this week is heavily sponsored by Tyson. We're trying to load the quads, but eccentrically load them. And so it's pretty straightforward. He didn't call it this, I like calling it the vampire because it's like the vampire coming out of a coffin. He wanted me to have a weight on this, but I tried that and I didn't feel that controlled. So I'm going to do it without a weight at first. You can have your feet however you want them. I find it easier with shoes on. Keep everything straight and then just lean back and then up again. And I usually do about 10 of these with a bit of a rest and then do 3 sets. So obviously just start off with 1 or 2, check you can tolerate it and then build up from there. But Tyson is always going on about how you want strong muscles but not necessarily tight muscles. And this eccentrically loads them so that they lengthen. So that is exercise of the week. Now, let's have a look at the sessions that I did last week in a bit more detail. Okay, it is pouring in Calgary. It feels like which is great. So I'm just going to go for a cheeky little jog on Saturday morning. My feet are actually feeling that increased running I did yesterday. I did like 10 minutes harder. And it's funny, like you push every muscle, including like foot muscles and that. So that was a good thing to have done. Right, cheeky half hour in the rain. I love this weather.